let's revisit some decants real quick. I got 3 of them. I got I think a 2 ml or I don't know, man. I just picked them, but I got them different size ranges. I know one of them was a Hugo Boss. I think the other one was a Layton, and so let's see. Hold on. All right, so we got Layton, Parfums de Marly. We're gonna revisit that one. I mean, it's not really much that we have to revisit because it's Layton, but it's a beautiful take. Then we have Cerruti, 1881 Blanc. We're gonna revisit this one, and then last but not least, we're going to revisit Hugo Boss Bottled Infinite. Start off with the first one. You know we got to hit them with that Layton. Got to go with Layton first. See, one of the things that I guess I can understand that cough syrupy vibe that people talk about that they get with Layton, but personally, maybe I just don't take enough medicine. But I don't know. I get a lot of aromatics, man. I get a lot of like a designer-esque type of lavender. Like I get a lot of aromatics with this. A lot of brightness. This is still a very beautiful fragrance in my opinion. If somebody said that this is like their signature scent if somebody was to say this is their signature scent from the Layton line, I could definitely understand that. Too easy, Ricky. Too easy. I could definitely understand that. For me, this one, top 3. And off the top of my head, I know I can think of Cologne and this one. Top 3. Hautane could probably go in there too, but I know that Layton and Cologne are absolute beasts when it comes to that Parfums de Marly DNA. But this is one of the things that I always had with this. We've gotten too many clones that are too close and that take away certain things and aspects that we did not want in the original. Like I still know the Detour Noir, like Detour Noir to me comes off a little bit more aromatic feel, a little bit more freshness feel. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't have that same cough syrup DNA that most people talk about. I don't get that. I get a beautiful fragrance. With Layton, especially when it dries down and it has that, I'm not going to say mint, but it's like a mint light blast of this very invigorating quality that you get. It's very uplifting that you get once you start to hit that mid. I can see it, man. I don't know. And the crazy thing is, as much as I rave about this fragrance, as much as I say I like it, I still can't see myself getting a full bottle. Give me a 10 ml. Because if I really wanted to rock this DNA, I would just rock the Detour Noir. If I wanted to rock this fragrance specifically, and at times I think for me it's easy to say that. I wonder at times if people get caught up, especially when it comes to Parfums de Marly and things like that, the more niche brands. We're going to have a discussion about this. But do people get caught up in the presentation and the allure of having a collection of all fragrances? Like being able to showcase that you have every single Parfums de Marly or all the popular ones. Is that more so the rat race that we're in compared to actually getting the ones that we like and just sticking with those? Because when I see people that have like all the Parfums de Marly, I really do ask myself. Now I know Layton is a good one, but you have Hautane in the background. That's a unique one. I love Hautane, but I don't know too many people that actually like Hautane. So when I see it in the background and then I never see anybody talk about oud fragrances and things like that, I'm like, why do you have that one? How much is left in there? You might as well sell that bottle to me. Yeah, but Layton is nice though, man. Layton is nice. They got a lot of inspirations now that kind of take away from the uniqueness of that one. Let's tap into 1881 Cerruti Blanc. Yes. Ooh, very green. Very much so like a work star fragrance. Very mellow. This one isn't like worth trying to go get also. Unless you just want a fragrance that is extremely personal. Not too much of a projecting feeling fragrance. Not too much of an attention grabbing fragrance. This one people are much more so smell when they're in proximity of you, mostly having a conversation. One-on-one, intimate. This will be great for business. Now, don't get it twisted because it's green, it's inoffensive, it's light, it's not dense, so it's not going to take up the full room. But again, when you have those one-on-one interactions with people, they'll be able to pick that up. They'll be able to pick that up. Green, a little bit of freshness also with it. So it does have a few citrus cues in the opening with this one. Nice. I can see this one transitioning to somewhat of like a floral transition. Nice. Again, now this is one of my decants that I've actually worn this one. So I've spent time with this one. It's almost gone. And I always tell myself, once it gets to a certain point, after a decant, I'll either buy it or I'll just leave it there. This one looking like that once I'm done, it's just going to be there. I probably won't be revisiting this one again. Probably will not be revisiting this one again. But it's not terrible. Again, it's just something. It's just more things that do a similar DNA to this that I would much rather have on. And then when you think about the Cerruti line, you kind of got to look at the Cerruti line similar to what you look at as like the John Barbados. Business, professional, classy. Their fragrances really don't come off as things that are going to be youthful, that are going to be loud and projecting, that are going to be all attention on me. Cerruti don't make fragrances like that. Cerruti make fragrances that are very similar to the John Barbados line of things. And if you're one of my more professional people out there that are looking for more professional fragrances, then the Cerruti line will work, especially if you've gotten into John Barbados, Salvatore Ferragamo line. Cerruti line would work perfectly for you. Yeah, but not a bad one, man. I like it, but I wouldn't buy it again. I wouldn't buy a full bottle. Last, we got that Boss Bottled Infinite. Gonna tap into this one real quick. And the one thing I remember about this one is I remember a lot of aromatics. Simple, but from the Boss line, it was nice. Yeah. This one is on that same page. A lot of aromatics up top, clary sage, lavender type of thing. But it also has a very nice green spice to it. Kind of playing in that vein of like a cardamom type of spice. Very fresh, spicy mix with it. Surprisingly, even though this fragrance is blue, you really don't get like a normal blue aquatic essence with this fragrance. I'm not really getting too much of that typical blue DNA. Shower gel, not yet at least. Maybe as it starts to transition, but right now in the opening, it's extremely fresh, spicy, green. It's in that vein of things. Yep. Ricky, that is. It is. I've never smelled the OG. Is a geranium Vicks Vapor Rub smell. That's in all the Layton clones I've smelled. It is, man. But I want to say it's in Tour Noir as well. But I don't remember it being as like potent in the Tour Noir. Like for some reason with the Tour Noir, I remember the almond aspect, like that sweet nutty almond aspect that it gives off. I remember a lot more of that than I do that like Vicks Vapor Rub smell. But Boss Bottle Infinite is not bad. Not one that I still feel the need to okay. Not still one that I feel the need to actually go buy a full bottle of. This decant will work perfectly fine. And this will be one that I can use when I'm traveling out and about. Like keeping it simple, really. Keeping it very simple. Nice fragrance. A lot of sage in this one. A lot of sage. So it's much more so playing on the sage than that aromatic clary sage type of combination that I was playing on. So this is nice. Nice, but not to where I would go get a full bottle of it. It's compared to what I already got and how it's growing. There's a few other fragrances that kind of do exactly what this one is doing. Make it tough to reach for it. I could probably see myself getting this one if I could find it for like $20. Has to be a bargain. I can't see myself going out to get this one right now. It would have to be a bargain. Boom. Let's see. But man, let me know y'all thoughts down in the comments, man. We about to slide up out of here a little bit.